48 Hours is investigating the wrongful conviction of a Missouri man. In February, Lamar Johnson was exonerated for a murder he did not commit. He spent nearly 3 decades in prison after a witness identified him. The witness, Greg Elking, says he was pressured by law enforcement. Erin Moriarty has been covering this case since 2021 for this week's 48 Hours. She spoke with Elking for the very first time. Here's an early look at her report.
What kept Lamar Johnson going during his final days in prison was the hope that he would be set free in time to walk his youngest daughter, Kiara, down the aisle at her wedding. In April 2023, that dream came true. In February, in a St. Louis courtroom, a judge set that dream in motion when he overturned Johnson's murder conviction. After 28 years behind bars, he was more than a free man. Lamar Johnson had been exonerated for the murder of his friend, Marcus Boyd.
I am a free man, an exonerated man, and a blessed man.
Johnson had been fighting to clear his name since 1995, when he was convicted largely on the word of this man. Greg Elking had identified him as one of the shooters who took Boyd's life as he sat on his front porch.
These guys, they had completely dark clothing, and they had masks on.
Could you really identify these men?
No, I couldn't identify them.
Yet Elking says he was pressured by investigators to identify Lamar Johnson after he was told Johnson was dangerous and that his own life could be in danger. Elking became the star witness at trial. Did it occur to you that you might have put an innocent man behind bars?
Without a doubt, because I lied on the testimony.
Why didn't you tell somebody? Why didn't you say,
because
I think?
Nobody talks to me. Nobody. Who am I going to tell?
But years later, he sent this letter to a clergyman admitting he had lied. That admission, in part, would launch an investigation by St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kimberly Gardner and lead to Johnson's freedom.
It's devastating for me that this man has spent 28 years in prison for a crime he did not commit.
Wow. Erin Moriarty joins us now. Erin, very good to see you. Just a remarkable interview. How difficult was it to get Greg Elking to sit down and talk?
And to admit what he had done, it was not easy. I thought I had him. He had agreed to sit down with me twice and stood me up. My producers were giving up on me, but the third time he finally did. And that followed. He finally appeared and testified for Lamar Johnson at his innocence hearing, admitted what he had done. And then I think he wanted to tell people why he had done it. You know, it just struck me again when I take a look at this report right before. The detectives should have known he did not see the shooters. It was pitch dark. It was 9 o'clock at night. Both shooters were black. They're wearing black masks, black clothing. All you could see are eyes. There's no way, you know, that Elking could have identified either. Elking said to me he did see the eyes of one, but that was it. He didn't see any of the other features. And yet, you know, the police kept pressuring him. Now, the detectives deny that they pressured him, but according to Elking, what they said was, this guy's bad, he's been connected with murders, and Lamar Johnson does not have a record like that at all. He has a very minor, he has misdemeanor record, and that your life could be a risk. And then they sweeten the deal by putting him in the witness protection program. This is a guy who had real financial problems. He had drug issues himself, and so they paid him cash. They cleared all his traffic warrants, and they somehow didn't mention that to the defense. So Lamar Johnson and his attorney had no idea that Elking had been paid, and that would have really, raised some questions about his credibility.
And his motivations.
Absolutely.
Right. So then how did Lamar Johnson end up wrapped up in all of this?
Well, Lamar Johnson, it makes sense that they might have brought him in because he did know the victim. And the victim's girlfriend told investigators that she thought that Lamar and Marcus Boyd, the victim, had had a falling out. Lamar said they didn't. And he said, I volunteered. I was happy to do a lineup because I knew that I would not be picked. And so they had this lineup. Elking saw it 3 times. He walked in, walked out, walked in, walked out. could not pick anyone.
Wow.
And then he goes in the elevator and something happens in the elevator. The detective says nothing. Elking says, I feel so bad I let you down. What are the numbers? And he says, the lead detective said 3 and 4. And the detective says no. But then he comes out suddenly and knows 3 and 4.
Wow.
But the saddest part about the interview is he said, I never really looked at Lamar Johnson. You know, he's in the lineup. I didn't recognize anybody. But at trial, I look over and I see the guy sitting in the defense chair is fairer skinned than either one of those guys.
So he knew. He knew.
He knew that. And that's why I said, why wouldn't you say something?
But you get the sense that this has weighed on him for decades now.
It has, but he also put someone away.
Yes.
And, you know, when he first admitted he did it, it took till 2003, and he wrote a clergyman.
Yeah.
It's not like he wrote Lamar and said, Lamar, you need to know this.
Right.
But luckily, Lamar, who's this amazing jailhouse lawyer, heard, because I guess there's a real connection among, you know, prison inmates. He heard that this guy had written a letter. Lamar wrote him and said, you know, will you do an affidavit? Will you admit what happened? And to Elking's credit, he did. And Elking did come forward last December. He didn't have to, and he did. So he's a flawed man who did something very important last December.
Still, 30 years. Were there appeals along the way?
Oh, yes, and you know, because you know I'd been working on this story for a while, and Lamar had been doing most of his legal work. He sometimes had some help, but he did a lot of pro se filing appeals. And what often happens when you're pro se, the judges dismiss it without a hearing. They just, you don't know why your request, your appeal is denied, but he would get denied over and over again. And finally, the St. Louis Circuit Attorney took the case, did her own investigation, and uncovered prosecutorial misconduct, questionable police work, and he finally got a hearing last December. But this story is really important because I think people have no idea how people get wrongfully convicted,
Sure.
and this really is an anatomy of a wrongful conviction.
And how common it can be oftentimes. too.
Honestly, and I think what happened to Greg Elking happens much more often than we realize.
Wow.
We look forward to seeing
Erin.
it. Erin Moriarty,
Thanks so
thank you
much.
very much for joining us today. 48 Hours, Lamar Johnson Standing in Truth airs at 10 p.m. Eastern this Saturday on CBS and Paramount+. You can also watch it Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on CBS.